Welcome to the deep dive. Imagine walking into a doctor's office, right? You have a completely shattered arm, and the doctor just hands you a Band-Aid because setting the actual bone would be, way too awkward. You'd be furious.
Yeah, because, that's not medicine at all. That's just conflict avoidance disguised as care.
Exactly. And today we are taking that exact concept and applying it to the idea of mercy. We're looking at a reflection by Pastor Hussey Kang. He actually draws on John MacArthur's writings to explore Matthew 5.7, blessed are the merciful.
Right, it's a huge topic.
It is. Okay,
Right.
Let's unpack this. Because they argue that our modern idea of mercy is completely upside down. Like, it's not this soft, fleeting feeling of pity. It's actually a highly demanding call to action.
Yeah, to get to that real definition, MacArthur makes a sharp distinction about what mercy isn't. Like, it isn't a cold, distant emotion where you just feel bad for someone from afar.
Oh, sure, just passively feeling sorry for them while doing nothing?
Exactly. And even more dangerously, it isn't a performance. People often do a supposedly merciful act, like giving some spare change or dropping off a casserole, just to soothe their own guilty conscience. Or maybe to look virtuous to the neighborhood.
Well, that's where that doctor analogy really hits home. Like, if I just slap a Band-Aid on your shattered arm, I get to walk away feeling like a helpful friend. Meanwhile, I've completely ignored your actual broken bone.
Right, it's entirely selfish when you think about it.
It really is. True mercy means actually confronting the root problem, whether that's destructive behavior, addiction, or sin. But, doing it with wisdom and love. You avoid harshness, but you are actively guiding them to real healing.
But stepping into someone else's mess and confronting their brokenness takes a massive emotional toll. How does someone actually sustain that without burning out?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right, so Hussey Kang points to an ideal merciful persona. There is essentially a hybrid of two biblical figures. Mary, who is known for her attentive listening heart, and Martha, who is all about practical, passionate action. You really have to balance both.
Wait, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
If you are naturally a Martha who just wants to jump in and fix the problem, how hard is it for you to sit back and just listen like Mary?
Oh, it's incredibly tough.
It is. And this leads to a fascinating Taiwanese concept the author brings up, which translates simply as the millstone heart, or Shimo Shin. The imagery of a millstone is just incredible.
It really is powerful.
Hold on, though. Let me challenge this. A millstone is literally getting crushed between heavy rocks. If I'm supposed to have a millstone heart, like absorbing everyone's complaints and constantly taking a personal loss, doesn't that just make me a doormat? How is that healthy for anyone?
Well, what's fascinating here is the actual mechanism of a millstone. It doesn't just grind away pointlessly to destroy itself. It gets caught in the middle of massive pressure, yes. But that friction between the stones is exactly what produces the flour.
Oh, wow. So it creates sustenance for others.
Exactly. So in a workplace or a community, the person with a millstone heart isn't a passive doormat. They are a stabilizing anchor. They willingly absorb the friction of human conflict to produce peace and hold the community together.
Okay, that makes sense. The suffering has a productive purpose. But carrying that weight and producing that peace for everyone else, you can't just generate that endurance out of thin air.
No, you really can't. And that brings us to the underlying engine of all this. It's the grace we are supposed to be receiving ourselves. Hussey Kang analyzes the Lord's Prayer, specifically the line, "Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors."
Right, the classic line everyone knows.
Yeah, and it reveals this continuous cycle. We have to share the forgiveness we freely received.
And here's where it gets really interesting, because the inverse is also true. If we refuse to forgive others, we essentially block ourselves from being forgiven.
Right. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's a profound psychological and spiritual reality. When you hold on to bitterness and refuse to extend mercy to someone who wronged you, your heart hardens. You become a closed fist.
And a closed fist can't receive anything.
Exactly. By hoarding mercy, you literally lose the capacity to experience it yourself.
So what does this all mean? It means mercy is an active verb. It's a tool meant to enrich others and guide them toward the truth, even when it's messy and uncomfortable.
Yeah, and this raises an important question to leave you with today. If true mercy requires us to step out of our comfort zones and confront reality out of deep love, who in your life might actually need your gentle honesty right now, rather than just your silent sympathy? Like, who needs the doctor to help set the broken bone instead of just handing out another Band-Aid?